saw a motorcycle and still chose chaos.
Look at the fucking motorcycle pricks.
One terrible decision. What should have been an apology became a neighborhood event.
What are you gonna do? You've been driving around my neighborhood like a fucking lunatic! Hit me, you piece of shit!
Gladly. This summer, don't be a little bit.
I never did like that neighbor.
That's hilarious. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. That one, a few months ago, this happened, and I thought it was just, I saw it, and I was like, just a great reminder to remind your neighbors to not mess around with you if you're, if you're capable. All right, let's see what's going on. Data center being built across the street. Developer says property values will go up. What do you think? Talk about shitty neighbors, right? Now, the developer's like, it's going to go up no matter what, so you might as well deal with it, right? At the end of the day, could you imagine yourself being next to an AI data center or whatever it is they're using it for? Me personally, no. I would rather have the view of a park, of mountains, of oceans, but having a data center is absolutely has never been a thing. And you can go through these. The link is in my blog, and take a look at these links or these comments. The top comment is, if you move to another neighborhood and one option is the house that faces the data center, what's your choice? There's your answer. Some people don't care. Some people are like, oh, that's fine. But you're going to have a hum that will just, like my tinnitus, it rings in my ear all the time. And when I wake up in the middle of the night, I can't go back to sleep unless I have a fan or something going on next to me, so it just drowns out the ee all the time, right? Realtor is perfect for people with ADHD. Maybe it might be something worth my while. But for resale values, I don't know. My husband is severely ADHD. He has to listen to something all the time. Maybe that's what I have, is ADHD. But the tinnitus is what kills me. It drives me nuts. Anyway, just thought I'd bring that to your attention. Take a look at it, and if you have any comments, let me know. I had another, oh yeah, why did this not pop up? There we go. Let's bring that over here. Okay, investor home purchases fall to the lowest level since 2020. Yesterday we talked about where the homes are not selling. And if you stick with me, I'll show you. But here's something that I want you to understand. An investor is not going to buy a $25 million house. They're not going to buy a $5 million house because there's no ROI on it. They're going to buy the shittiest house in a nice neighborhood and fix it up. Or they're going to buy a nice house in a shitty neighborhood and rent it out, or fix it up a little bit and make some profit, right? So understand that when investors look at it, it's not, oh, I want to provide for a poor family. It's all about how much money they can make. And when you're struggling and you're a fix and flipper or a renter, a buy and holder, or a BRRRR, or what have you, it has to make sense for you to buy it, because 90% of your profit comes at the buy, not at the back end. So cooler housing market, investor gains are losing steam. Yeah, there's still houses to be had that are good value and good ROI if you buy them upright. Yesterday, we saw one that came in at 65% of the original list price. That one was severely overpriced for its size and location. So there's houses out there that can be overpriced and in bad condition. There's one REO that is a great opportunity for somebody that's looking to buy. I guarantee you that'll be gone here pretty quick. Economic uncertainty, investor activity is normalizing after the pandemic. the bottom line is investors are out there taking their money and putting it elsewhere right now, which makes sense. They're trying to find parking lots and storage and what have you to buy, and that's where the money's going. So that's also drying up the market. Hate to tell you that. Now, if you have a house, if you have a parent that's in an older home that needs some work, and you're thinking about putting them into an adult community, or your parents passed away, my condolences, but it is part of life, death and taxes, and that's part of our business. Is we are here to help you go through that whole process with our vendors. We have lawyers, we have estate salespeople, we have contractors, we have landscapers, we have everybody that can take care of that house for you if you're somewhere else and you don't have the ability or the time or the gumption to take care of it. There you go. Download that information or just give me a call. Okay, so this is 90-day plus in Santa Clara County. And I have it all the way down here to Gilroy, but I want to make sure that you look at this picture right here, because it's a huge thing that we're missing here, right? It's the difference between the haves and the have-nots, and we identify it through 17, right? 17 is the difference between where the people have money and you don't have money. Now, there's certain neighborhoods that are east, like Willow Glen and Morgan Hill, and I don't know, certain areas of Milpitas, but this side of 880 or 17, they have a lot more people with less money. And over here, they have people with a whole lot more money. If you look, it's a huge bastion of people that go all the way up to San Mateo. And a lot of these people work for big companies. They make $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. Now, if you're older, like me, you only have to make $200,000, $300,000 a year to be able to afford that, because technically, if you bought 20, 30 years ago, you can afford it. You get economically locked in. We've talked about that before. That said, there's still houses that are overpriced or in poorer neighborhoods, not the greatest neighborhoods like EPA, where houses are just overpriced based on ego, seller ego, or what have you. But I just wanted to make sure we understand it's a great way to look at it. Now, it's not perfect, because we still have houses over here that have been on market for over 90 days because they're overpriced. 2.6, 2.9, 2.9, 2.7. I'm looking for the right buyer. These guys are looking for the right buyer too, but for 1.6 and 1.1 and 2.3, that's close to Silver Creek. This is Silver Creek over here. But a lot of these houses are going to be on market for a long time. And they're going to sit there until rates come down. That's what sucks about being on this side of 17. All right. Now you see a few of them here in Minnesota, which is Willow Glen and downtown. Those areas are those with haves, but they just are in San Jose. So there you go. And then what is this? Oh, Distressed House of the Week, Ashling Court. And this is right by Hillsdale. I sold a house right over here a couple of years ago. I sold multiple houses up in Communication Hill. This is a nice older home, built in 1997, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, Ashland Court. Not my listing, $1.2 million, brand new, and it is a bank-owned property. So it's going to go pretty quick. So if you want to take a look at it, let me know. I'll make up the appointment, and we can go take a look. And here are the 40 days on market, 90-day report. You can see that this number is getting higher and higher, and it's going to continue to go high. 326 hasn't been that high in a long time. Those are the number of single-family homes in Santa Clara County that have gone over 40 days on market. San Jose weekly charts. The numbers situated, going up and down a little bit, but these are homes for sale right now. I think that number is going to start falling down because we did not see a selling season. It was a matter of a weekend that we had when rates went down to 5.99 and the market shuttered, had a little earthquake, and then rate went right back up, and then rates have been slowly creeping up. And those houses that are on, those people that can't really afford nice, bigger houses, more expensive houses, are stuck here, and they're still stuck not being able to afford it. Same thing in Santa Clara County. We're going to see our inventory start to shrink in the next couple of weeks. So there you go. And these are all on my blog. All right. That's it for now. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Vito with Abitano. We'll see you out there.